Time to get started. Time to get started. Hello. Hello, hello. See what we've got here. Boom. Boom, boom. Love to see it. Got a couple different new things set up here. Let me do a share again here. Welcome if you're joining. Moving right along with the Three.js tutorial, which is so far written really well. Learned a little bit, a lot of it. Alright, I'm back with you, don't worry. So what I'll be doing today is writing some code, doing chapter 1, lesson 6 of this tutorial. We're going to turn on this humidifier here. Or not that, it's what is it? Diffuser, that's right. That looks nice. Okay, got the tea there. Also smells pretty good. So, as mentioned, we will be doing the tutorial from, let's see what we've got here. See if I can show you this. Three.jsjourney.com. This is the tutorial that I'll be working through. The best way to learn Three.js by Bruno Simon. This guy's portfolio is fantastic. He's got a sort of like a racing or fun car game as the main page for his portfolio. Very, very cool. So somebody I know on LinkedIn said they had a 50% off code for the class. So I said, yeah, I'll take that for sure. Because as you can see down below, got a podcast, and the most recent person that I interviewed is the author of Blender for Dummies. Let's go here. Was the author of Blender for Dummies. So if you want to listen to our conversation, that's we're gonna do this. That's right here. Right here. And that's if you're on Apple. If not, you can find it on Spotify or Google Podcasts, same name, Quarterly Learnings. But we talked about Blender and all that sort of thing. And I took his workshop at All Things Open, and that was really cool to use Blender. We built a 4-leaf clover. Sorry, I'm just gonna fix my hair from under these headphones. It's no good. Here we go. We built a 4-leaf clover in about 4 hours. It's pretty cool. Without experience, I think that's the cool part. Okay, so now that you know that, I want to introduce the code that we'll be working with. So let's switch to this view here. Okay, that's good. I don't think so. Refresh. There we go. It's the best way to learn Three.js. I just completed chapter 4 was about, as you can see here on the view, chapter 4 is about the local server, and 5 was just, which means starting up a server to run the page that we're building the animation in, the world for the animation in. That way we don't have to click over to HTML and refresh the page every time. We just save and the changes are applied, which is really cool. So I think I don't have the server. Yeah, I haven't started the server yet. But I just wanted to say that this chapter is about, it's about animation. So perhaps making one of these cubes rotate or do something, move across the screen programmatically. That's very cool. So let's get back to it. I'm gonna start up the server by doing, maybe first I think first I'll copy this directory. Server to, what's this? Yeah, I mean, it's whatever, right? I could just jump right to there. Say 06 animations. Make that. I know. Oh. 06 animations. And now do that. Is directory. Not copy. Oh, so can I do like copy -r? Am I bugging? All right. Cool. Is that cool? Is that really what I want? I don't think so. Maybe it's not so cool. Oh. Yeah, I needed the move command, not the copy command. It's okay. Let's see. Why not? Oh, F. Okay. On a move. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of what I wanted, but I should have put it in another thing. So let's see. That's a fun lesson. 06 animation. Need to make that up one level. And then ls/06 should be nothing, but I need to move, for example, the package.json up there, and the package.lock.json up there, and the readme default. Wait, what? And then I think that's it. Might have thrown myself into some kind of thing there, like big confusion. It's okay, no problem. No problem. See what we've got here. Okay. Don't need that. We'll try to do npm run dev here. I don't want to do that right now. La la la. But I think I really should fix this though first. Jeez Louise. But what is that? What's in local server ls? Oh, there's nothing, so that's what it is. Okay. Alright, so all those things are what I need in a different place. So what are they though? It's up to now. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like I need it, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna remove it. I'll be okay. What's gonna happen? Alright, good. Yeah, you're right. Alright, npm run dev. Alright. Man, does a lot. Okay. So we got our stuff. Let's get some tea. Made a little latte. It's pretty good. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Ready. So this chapter is all about animation. So I've got Visual Studio Code open. Got the server going. Right, so there's that. So we don't need to do anything there. If fact, yeah, that probably wouldn't work. 06. Okay, so we're here, we're where we need to be. Let's get it going. All right. So let's see, if we maximize this, will we still get, okay, let's keep it up, it's good. Yes, so the thing we ended up at the end of the last chapter was this, but it's not animated. Really, it's just a square in the center, but we added some things. So it's saying animation works like stop motion. Move the objects a little. You do another render. The more you move the objects between renders, the faster they'll appear to move. Okay. That's great looking at. Okay. Next to the function that will move objects and do the render on each frame regardless of the frame rate. Native JavaScript window that requests animation frame method. So if I want to get, let's move this here. If I want to get back to where we were, I could probably just, yeah, that will give me my square. So yeah, I don't have to do any of this. We should get our, oh yeah, I added a group. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's not to run code on each frame. So we're going to use the request animation frame method that exists on the JavaScript window. So if we sort of do it recursively, then we'll have a constant animation into which we can put frames and do something with. That's kind of interesting. So then it's an infinite loop. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Okay. Well, let's do some things. So I guess before the render, right? Here. I'll create oh no. What this means, so a function called tick. So like a second hand tick or some unit. So we'll see it in the console by logging just the word tick or whatever. Right. And then so every new frame will run this function which runs window.request animation frame. I never used this method before. It's kind of cool. Something we just call it once and it's over. Whoa. Okay, got it. Oh, that was cool. I don't know if you didn't see that. We have an infinite loop here. down here. See this? It's not good. Or maybe it is good. Maybe that's the idea. Normally it's like, oh, that's rough. So maybe that's why. Okay, that's why. That's why it's so graphics intensive. Wow. Big moment. Because it's constantly moving. But the CPU is always doing this. Ugh. It's just so good. Okay. Back to the code. Alrighty. So yeah, we've got to do something inside of there. And take function, because right now we're just logging into the console, not a big deal. But we want to render every time. We want to re-render. So you can now move the renderer dot render. So I'm gonna do this. That seems kind of reckless, right? Then let's see what we get here. Oh my god. What a rough time I'm having. Cleared the clipboard. I should get fly cut back. I was oh, that's the problem. You weren't calling tick. You idiot. Now she has something. Okay, surrender. Initialization. Okay. Good. So it's good to know I was wrong about being right, but right about being wrong. Okay. That's cool. You see that? It's rotating. Just from this little code here. It's not that much code because that's comments. That's like empty. That's not being used, this whole part. So really you have to take away like almost 40 lines. This is truly, listen, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9, right? Don't need any of this. 10, 11, 12, 15, 20. Less than 25 lines of code. Less than 30 lines of code. This happens. That's kind of cool. To me. to adapt the animation to the frame rate, we need to know how much time it's been since the last tick. First need a way to measure time. Delta time. Okay, so before we call take, get the date time. So, get right now and get the distance between now and when tick is called. And then time, reset time equal current time for the next run. Right. And if, okay. So we'll rotate that amount times the delta time. So like that often. Call take more often, call take less often. We'll speed up or slow down the animation. Right? Oh snap. Look at there. It's pretty wild. Let that hang out there for a second. It's pretty cool. What do you think of that? It's pretty cool. All right. Move right along. Even though, you know, I'm just following the tutorial now, but it's still like a little challenging if you want to try to understand it, you know, instead of just going through and typing things. Oh, just kidding. That's my bad. Okay, cube should rotate faster, right? The cube should rotate faster. Okay, I'm back with you. I guess you can't get distracted if you're gonna be live coding, Brandon. It's okay. So there's a clock class in Three.js that I can use instead of all the state.now calculation. Cool. If I want to use it, create a new clock by doing, instead of date.now, and then in the tick function, say elapsed time. Wow, literally. Wow. It's gonna work. So mesh rotation equals elapsed time. Yeah, but it's not gonna just go forever. Will it? Oops. I don't think I understand that. So this elapsed time gives you what? I need to understand this. Get the seconds passed since the clock started. Oh, and the clock starts every new frame. Okay. Alright. Cool. That's cool. Hold on. My cat's doing something. I took the opportunity to make some tea for myself. I want to also take this opportunity to turn the lights down. It's a little bright. There we go. Let's get back into it. Problem is I mixed peppermint and green tea, which have wildly different ideal steeping times, I think. So I want to make sure I get the essence of the mint without making the green tea bitter. It's rough. It's rough on Sundays. All right. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty nutty. It's way too hot now. I think that water was too hot. So this is pretty cool that this works. So it just gives you back a number of seconds. So let's see. Alright, so I can also move things. Uh-oh. Math that sign, get a pretty good result. Okay, so now we're really gonna start doing some animating. 48 minutes in. That's crazy. It's been that long. Okay. Get the time. Don't need that. Let's see, mesh dot position dot x equals math dot cosine and pass the elapsed time. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is taking it. And then y would be sine. Okay, does that make sense to me? I don't think it does, to be honest with you. It would have in 2003. I would have definitely understood this without too much trouble. What does this give me now? Oh, tell you what, You don't have to get a 5 on the IB test to know. Right, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Wow. There's a lot to think about there. You really could just zone out, you know? It's like there's so much math and art and design all in one, and then all in one single tool. Pretty neat. All right, cool. So that's pretty cool. I just have to. It has to become second nature. I want to be able to do this sustainably. Like this is one, like the hurdle, right? It's keeping up with the various math concepts, which is fun. I really do like, to me, this is a fun reason to get back academic. There's something about it that I do enjoy. This tea's not getting any cooler. I can tell you that. Just hang out for a second. I think it's interesting that so much of, to me, a lot of learning takes place in silence, or at least very quiet scenarios or surroundings. Things just very quiet. And I don't know if thinking is how I would describe the process either. I don't think it's thinking. It's kind of like observing what new connections getting made. Oh, okay. Not what I expected. Good. All right, let's get it going. You can use those techniques to animate any 3D object. Oh, okay. Wow. Let's do this. Kitty laughs time. Camera dot position dot x equals math dot cosine. Wow, there's really people that. Why? Oh snap. Almost done with this lesson. How long have we been going? Okay, we can be done in an hour. It's okay. Slow and steady. So this is a marathon, as they say. Let's see. Back to code. Yeah. I'm really grateful that I did not eat the entirety of the food that I got earlier. There's some left for me to enjoy after I'm done. Okay, something else I can do is get delta. Shouldn't use it unless you know what's going on in the class code. Using it might mess your animation results. Okay. Don't use get delta. Got it. Sometimes you want to animate your screen in a very specific way. That will require using another library. There are a lot of animation libraries, but a very famous one is GSAP. Let's look at this. I'm not familiar with this. Oh, GreenSock. I think I've heard of GreenSock, but I don't know what GSAP is. Official grade JavaScript animation for the modern web. That's cool. So it's supposed to be fast and robust and compatible. Cool. Performance paramount. Okay. Okay. So we'll use GSAT. Nice. Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so these animation libraries feels like they could be helpful. So this thing has, let me go back. This thing has little quizzes so that you can get the certificate at the end. And I'm not a huge certificate guy, but I do like the idea of assessments after the thing. So, but the cool thing is this certificate has a little, I think there's like a little animation on it, or a 3D render, a 3D render. All right, request animation frame by function. The next frame. Okay, cool. Finish at this lesson. The next lesson is about cameras. I'm not gonna do that tonight. It looks like it's a long one, but I probably might not even stream that one at all, and instead save it for just myself. I'll come back maybe next chapter. I'll possibly do this once per chapter. I don't know. I like doing it on Sunday night. This is kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Anyway, if you're bored of something to do, you can check out my podcast. Let's see. There it is. You can listen to that if you wanted. I met with the guy who made who wrote Blender for Dummies. He wrote Blender for Dummies. You're not a dummy though. But if you don't know Blender, maybe you might learn it if you read the book. I learned a little bit from him, a lot of it during that the workshop. So you might too, if you listen to this episode. If you don't have Apple Podcasts, you can listen on Anchor, which will give you you'll be able to look at listen on any platform: Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or just regular old RSS if you're one of those types of people. Someone who prefers that, it's okay. Anyway, got a couple episodes up. Would love to hear what you think. Listen to them. And I'll see you next time. Oh, that's okay. I'm good on that. I'll see you next time. Check out the podcast over here. Maybe I'll have some music next time too. That'd be nice.